right. So, good evening to everybody. Thank you so much for joining me this evening for this Qigong session. We kept talking a little bit while people were hopping on the call, and I promised to tell you one of my experiences, which was really painful. I live in the countryside, in a house, and I need wood to heat the house, right? So of course it means manual work, and you have to lift a lot of things. And a couple of years ago, I had really bad back pain, and I did quite a lot of things, to be honest, like exercises and meditation. And I also was going inside to find out what causes it, what's the problem, uh, what's happening in my emotional life. And it kind of like went and came back like that all the time. And it was really painful. And funnily enough, it wasn't there all the time. Just when I had to kind of like do cleaning and put wood on the fire and lift things and carry them to another place. And as I said, it was my lower back, but really at the sacrum. And it got so worse that I was literally crying, and I was on my floor, really on my knees and my hands, and then taking one piece of wood and putting it into the fire while my tears were coming down my face, because it was so hurtful and I couldn't find a cause. I've been in self-development, or whatever people want to call it, since 2002. So I had a lot of tools in my hands, and yet somehow I couldn't solve it. And meanwhile, I also realized that probably I took over a lot of stuff from other people. And then I started working on that. And I said, this can't go on like this. So I started searching for kind of movements or exercises that would ease the pain so that I can function better, and then have the time to find out whatever I have to solve within myself. And I was really good at that, because it was already in, I guess, 2004, around that time, that I realized that our body can change from one state to a completely different state within seconds. I wanted to go to a shamanic drumming. I'm also interested in shamanism. I have my drum here, and it was an evening session. And during those sessions, you do a so-called journeying, where you go within, and of course you work with some issues coming up. And suddenly I had diarrhea. Out of nowhere, I had diarrhea, and it was really bad. And I didn't do anything like taking pills, but I just kept going to the toilet. That, okay, it will pass, no problem, cleansing. But I didn't. And then I got flu-like symptoms. And then my state started deteriorating really hard. So in the end, I decided, okay, I'm not going. Let's find a book, let's read. And in about 15 minutes, I realized I have no problems, all the symptoms gone. So I got happy. Oh, cool, I can go in the evening. And as soon as I decided that I'm going in the evening, the symptoms came back one after the other. Until again, I decided, okay, I can't go. Well, that's life. Anyway, the book is good. I'm going to read the book. Half an hour later, no problems whatsoever. Really, none. So again, oh, so good, finally. And still I have time to get dressed, to go there. It took about 1 hour to get down there and attend. Guess what? diarrhea again, and all the symptoms. So I said, wait a minute. Within 2 hours, when you experience this, you start, something's really strange here. So I sat down and started talking to myself. And actually, this is said to be your ego, but I don't really like that word, because that part of ourselves, which is the subconscious, wants to make sure that we are safe. And in order to do that, it's capable of producing illnesses out of a sudden, out of nowhere, and keep them being present in our lives, whatever we do. And it usually happens because in our subconscious, there are deep traumas, deep wounds, and that part of ourselves knows much better than, and has a wider view on everything than us, this mind. And that part of me knew that at that place, during the journeying or whatever we did, something's going to come up, and it wanted to save me from the pain, of course, emotional pain, and that's why it did. So I started negotiating with myself, and it was pretty difficult, to be honest, at the beginning. That part of me didn't want to listen to me at all. So it was clear that I wasn't in charge in my own life. But then we made a deal. In the end, all my symptoms disappeared like that. And I went down, and we were doing some kind of shamanic dancing, as far as I remember. And then suddenly something started coming up. And, you know, when you feel that there is a tsunami and it's sucking you in and you are going down, that's the feeling I got. And then I said, oh, okay, this is the time I have to leave, because I promised myself that if it's really bad, I'm going to leave and I'm not staying there. But then I realized that by this thought, I was above the problem and much calmer. And I said, wow, great opportunity to stay here, stay up here, but let all the things come out and cleanse out, because everything that we kind of push down throughout the day, the years and so on, since we were born, are inside ruining our health. And we have to let all of this go. Now, with these movements I'm going to show you, we don't care about what problems we have at all, because Qi is energy, and wherever you put your attention to, the energy follows. So if you think about your, let's say, back pain, then you are going to get more severe back pain, because you give the energy to the pain. Instead, we just do the exercises. We are present to our body, but we are an observer, like observing, like in the movies. Yeah, you go to the cinema and the movie is on the screen, but you know that it's just on the screen. So we don't want to change anything that happens during the exercises. We are just observers. We are completely here in the now, present for our body. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share with you, because otherwise many times it happens that we say, oh, I can take this, I can take that, I did this, I did that, nothing worked, I still have the pain, it's not going away whatever I do. And in these cases, you just have to forget your problem and get into a completely different state. And then you realize, wow, I feel good. When did it disappear? Like that, okay? So if you have any questions or if you would like to add anything to what I said, you're welcome to. And afterwards, we are going to start. Questions? You can put your hand up if you want to say anything. It's only me who is going to be on the recording because I spotlighted myself. So go on. No questions? Ready to do some exercises? Here we go. Okay, you have to stand up, and Anya, I think that's powerful. And how many cope with chronic pain as well? Exactly. Actually, I'm going to do a free 4-week course soon, which is about pain and back spine issues. So if any of you are interested, I can send you the link and you can join. It's by application, it's free, but in exchange, you agree to give me testimonial after the course. Oh, Ola has a really good question. How can we know if it's a warning or our fears? I think you mean the pain. Could you clarify in the chat, please? Oh, Anya signed up. Yeah. Oh, actually, I saw somebody, Anya, named Anya. So it's you. Okay, cool. And people are coming now. Oh my gosh. So Ola, can you clarify what you meant by your question? Because I'm not sure I got it.
Hello, hi.
Hi.
Thank you for this opportunity, because sometimes you listen to yourself or you have like some feelings, but you're not sure if it's like just a sign for you not to go or really not to go, or just your fears that stopping you from evolving, progressing.
Yeah, very good question, actually. In my case, as I said, it was my subconscious wanting to protect me. And it had nothing to do with fear or with heavenly signs. And most of the esoteric schools don't take this third option into account at all, unfortunately. And I would say the difference is when something comes from, let's say, a divine source, it's the voice is sweet and like really loving, and just tells you something, and you can do it or you don't do it. But when the voice is like strong and saying you have to do it, probably there's something completely different. Okay.
Okay, thank you for that.
I hope it helps you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. All right. So, hi everybody who joined us. We are going to start the exercises. As you can see, it's going to be recorded. So I will put the recordings link in the Telegram group, and you can watch it again. We were talking about some things so far. And now we are going to do the exercises for which you have to stand up, and it's best if you're barefooted. Yeah, take your socks off. Yes. Actually, I had loads of successful stories within my courses, which I did in Hungarian. At more than, about 5,000 feedback already. But now I want to gather things like testimonials in English as well. Right, so the posture. Shoulder lengths apart, feet pointed forwards, your knees a little bit bent, And you imagine that there is a string from the top of your head pulling you upwards. Your spine is straight. That's the basics, okay? And we start with a kind of swinging movement. It's the knees only. Your knees go a little bit down and up, but never straighten your, never lock your knees like that. Never lock them. They are bent a little bit and you go down and back, but it's always bent. Just a small movement. Like this. And then we add our arms. And I show you from here. So knees go down, arms are here next to the body, and knees come up. And now from front to back, knees go down, arms are next to the body, knees come up, arms at the back. Like this. Extra slow movement. Okay? So let's do it. Just like a child playing, swinging. Actually, we start warming our muscles with this exercise and letting loose some things, especially in the spine. But it has an effect on the whole metabolism. So don't be surprised if, let's say, the wind starts coming out from your mouth and from below as well. It's good because finally you let go of bloating, for example. Maybe you have to do this exercise for 10 minutes or 20 minutes, or maybe even for half an hour. But surely it starts moving everything out. And you will feel much, much better. Now we are not going to do it for half an hour, just a few minutes to get ready for the next exercises. I intertwined several exercises together, which are going to come in a minute. Be present for your body. Be attentive and listen to your body. What is your body telling you? All right, slowly we stop. And first I'm going to show you the move again, the complete set of movements, and then we do it together. So first, slowly I raise my arms up and I reach up towards the sky and lean from here, from the ribs, okay? Not from your shoulders, not your arm like this, but from your ribs, like push from your ribs really high up, okay? Just look at me. And when you're high up, you intertwine your fingers and turn your palms upwards like this. And then we are going to make figures of 8. So one side, then the other side goes even higher from the ribs, always from the ribs. And we do little 8 figures like this. This is stretching. Slowly, carefully, but stretching as far as you can. Always be attentive to your own body. And then let loose. And you imagine that your middle fingers are connected with a string towards the top of your head. Okay? And just watch me. And then you start moving your arms down, and those 2 threads move your head as well. So vertebra by vertebra, neck vertebra, then back vertebra, one vertebra at a time. And then the lumbar area, and then the sacrum, as far as you can go down. It depends on your body, on your spine, what state your spine is at the moment. Like maybe like this, or maybe only like that. Pay attention to your own body. Or maybe you go down, completely down, okay? Pay attention to your own body. And when we are down, here we go. We are down here, and then we do stretching even more, like 1, 2, 3. We move the energy to the left, but you don't move your hips. Your hips are facing forward all the time. Just your spine, and to the left. 1, 2, 3. Then moving to the right, taking the energy to the right. 1, 2, 3. Moving back, and then at the sides, moving backwards, massaging your back of the ankles, and then you want to touch your knees with your nose, so you move inwards. 1, 2, 3. Slowly letting go of your legs, moving your arms forward next to your ears, and then from the lowest vertebra, you start coming up vertebra by vertebra, moving all your vertebrae one by one, coming up. I'm going to switch back here. You come up and go on, move on, and lean backwards. Carefully, but you lean backwards. Maybe you can go down like that, but that's not the aim now here. The aim now here is to stretch your spine from inside as well, from this side. So you lean back and then swing in the wind like a tree. Okay? And then we stretch up again, high up, and do it again, probably. All right? So I'm going to tell you all the steps slowly, and we do it together now. All right? So legs shoulder length apart, feet pointing forward, knees bent, spine straight. There is a string holding you up from your head. And slowly, arms go up. Intertwine your fingers and palms go upwards and stretch from the ribs, from down here. Stretch higher, slowly. And we start with the figure 8. One side from the ribs goes up, then the other side. And you draw an 8 in the air with your palms. Okay, stop, let go. Imagine that your middle fingers are connected to your head, the top of your head with a string. And slowly come down, your arms pulling your head, vertebra by vertebra, back vertebra, one by one, slowly. Pay attention to your body. Lumbar vertebra. And the sacrum area as well. And now we go down. 1, 2, 3. Move the energy towards your left. Keep stay in place. 1, 2, 3 to the left. Move the energy front and then to the right. 1, 2, 3. Back to the front. And then on sideways, you move your hands backwards. You grab your ankles from the back, massage. And then your nose touches your knees. 1, 2, 3. Your hands come to the front, your arms next to your ears. And from the lowest vertebra, one by one, slowly you start coming up. One by one. Feel each vertebra on its own. You are rolling your spine. And going backwards, slowly, carefully. Stretching from the front and then swing in the wind. Slowly stop. Stretch upwards from your ribs. Tie up. And again, arms start coming down and dragging the head along through the strings. Vertebra by vertebra. Slowly, one by one. Yes, now you can go down further because you worked on your spine. And now let's go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe you put your palm down on the ground. Now you take the energy towards the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly take the energy towards the front, then to the right. Keep stay in place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move forward. And then at each side backwards. Touch the back of your ankle, grab it. and nose towards the knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done. Moving arms forward next to the ears. And from the lowest vertebra, start coming up, vertebra by vertebra, slowly. And leaning backwards. And swinging in the wind. Letting loose of the vertebrae. And slowing down. Turning your palms towards your head, as if holding a big ball. Your hands are in the sky. You imagine that you are connected to the source of energy. And now, first lowering your shoulders. You bring this good energy down towards your head. And the energy washes through you, inside and outside, as you move down. Washing out everything that you don't need, that's not beneficial to your body, through your soles into the ground. And I always say it's not the neighbors downstairs, but into the ground, into earth. Let's do one more, like slowly collecting all the good energy into a huge ball from around us. Palms facing the head. And first you lower your shoulders, and that's how you bring down the energy, slowly. And this good energy is washing your body thoroughly, inside and outside as well. And now just stand and have a look again at your body. How are you feeling now? What's happening? How did your mood change, for example? Okay, slowly move your fingers, your toes. If you feel that it's needed, your arms, your legs, your body, as you wish. And we are going to sit down. And I would be really glad if you shared your experience, what you experienced during the exercises and after the exercises. Oh, Faz has a question. Should this be done on empty stomach? Well, not necessarily an empty stomach, but definitely not right after having lunch or dinner, for example. It has to pass at least half an hour after you add something. Okay? My metaphor is wonderful. Yeah. The tree metaphor is used a lot in connect to the sky energy. Your body is the trunk of the tree, and your roots go down into earth, because Mother Earth is that keeps us alive here on earth. Anya also said that quiet voice, it's so easy to overlook and not hear. Yes, that's right. Okay, so anybody who would like to share what you experienced during the exercises? You can also talk, it's okay. Come on, guys, don't be shy. Okay, Rania?
Okay, Elizabeth, this was my first time doing such exercises, and I feel a little, I had a sharp pain under my, on my left side when we were doing the last exercise where we were bending. But when we came back and we did it the second time, it went away. So I didn't have that. And I feel like my body, like I can feel the blood circulating. Like I can feel,
Yeah.
you know, I feel my mind has, is stress free right now. Like it's very clear. And I feel great. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, I'm coming back to the pain because sometimes you feel pain where you didn't have pain before. And that means that there is a blockage there and the energy is cleansing it. And as you experience, it's already gone as well. So yeah, it's really good.
Thank you.
Anya?
I think I might have typed this, but I find that the one side where I keep getting a subluxed or misaligned cervical vertebrae, it's just a bit tighter, and it was a little tight when I woke up this morning. So I was wondering if I should just do another round of that, or how many cycles would you do, or just the one at a time to help
you
with
can
that?
do several cycles. The only thing that I always emphasize is to pay attention to your own body. Never ever overstretch. No. No. Just go with your body, how far you can go down. When it starts to feel painful, the stretch, don't go further. Work with your body.
It's just the tightness. It's just with my cervical, my one in my neck there, if I should just keep doing a little bit more just to release that discomfort. To see if because I feel like my vertebrae might have gotten out of alignment again, if it'll help correct it, rather than only going to the chiropractor. So
actually with Qigong exercises, your vertebrae will start moving backwards into the right place, because they have to be one above the other, right?
Stacked.
But for that, you have to strengthen your muscles so that your muscles keep your vertebrae in place, you know?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yes, Faz?
Hi. Because I was just I'd eaten and stuff like that, I felt kind of sick, so I had to stop doing it, but I will go back to your replay and do it again on an empty stomach. I think it might feel better that way.
Definitely.
But you know, like I keep getting a lot of like back muscle, how can I explain this, tightness? So like although like, you know, the muscle is really tight against the spine. I don't know, like I do have chronic pain. So the muscle, like I try and use magnesium oil on there and magnesium to relax the muscles. But I'd like to use some other methods in order to make sure that the muscles are loose, like not so tight around the bones.
Yeah, I get you. Actually, I'm going to have a 4-week course free. You can sign up for that. I'm going to put the link in a minute into the chat, okay? Oh, you know about it from the Telegram group, actually.
Yes, yes, I know about it. The only thing I didn't know was what date and time, what time and date.
Yeah, it's going to be in a different way. You can do it in your own time, as I said in the Telegram group. So I will
Okay.
go into the group. I will give you the weekly thing what you need to do.
Mhm.
So it's like, but everything is going to be sent out in emails, and people do it, and then we'll have a Q&A, probably Thursday evening, where people can ask questions connected to the exercises. But otherwise, you put into your time frame when you want to. Do you understand?
Okay. Yeah. So what's the best timings normally? Is it first thing in the morning on empty stomach? Is it evening before bed? Is it, or
All times are good times, but it depends on you. You have to pay attention to your own body. For example, I like to start the day with it because it gives me a boost of energy. Okay, but and for example, in the evening, sometimes it gives you a boost of energy, and even if you were that tired, you are so filled up with energy that you keep working until 3 a.m. It happened to somebody, she told me that. So you have to pay attention to your own body and how you function, and sometimes it might happen that nothing is the same. It's always changing because we are changing. We have different things happening to us in our everyday life. So maybe one day you are invigorated and you are full of energy, and the next day you do the Qigong exercises and you feel like, oh, I have to go and sleep or lie down for a while. And that's also good because during sleep our body heals itself. So you need rest so that your body can work.
Okay. Are there any specific exercises for sleep?
Well, actually, I did a previous session, which was a kind of guided meditation. You should check that out because it's on my YouTube channel already.
Okay.
And that's very good to do before going to sleep.
Brilliant. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Mary?
Hi, I really enjoyed this class. I have had a lot of back pain. My granddaughter was here, so I was busy lifting her up. But I can see that my posture feels really good right now. I can tell that just that little bit of work, the muscles must have worked to hold it in. Plus, when you talk about standing up straight from the string coming out of your head, that seems like it's aligning it. And I feel much better. Like I said, my posture, I'm sitting here straight. So, and my pain is, I think it's gone right now. I don't know, but I'm just feeling really good. And I love the part where you're doing the bubble and having everything come down and go out of you. You could just feel that and your mind feels so much better. And I can feel everything going back down to the earth. So I really enjoyed it. It wasn't that long, but it was great.
Yeah, Qigong has effect very quickly. You don't have to practice it for months and years to achieve some results. Actually, people on my 2 days course usually have huge improvements in their health. That's my phone, but hey, I'm not going to take it now. I'll call it back. Sorry. Actually, it's downstairs as well. So it will be interesting. Oh, Sonia just signed up. Looking forward. Thank you, Sonia. Let me see. Feel more energized as a whole, using meditation to reverse changes with against as well. Okay, anyway, using meditation. Sharon says upper body feeling quite tingly after the exercise. Yeah, it can happen. Any kind of sensations you have, like heat, cold, dizziness, numbness, whatever bodily sensation, they all mean that the energy is working, clearing out blockages whatsoever. And especially there are times when some people feel like let's say here hit suddenly, but their hands maybe go cold. And then the mind says, no, not possible. Here very cold and here hot, or whatever way, you know? Yes, because the energies are not balanced within the body. But it's going to get balanced, so all the symptoms go away very quickly. So it felt really good. My back is sore and it feels better after those stretches. Sonia, yes, yeah. And Mary, okay, here.
Sorry, I have a question.
Yeah, okay.
What helped you to get rid of your back pain? Was it doing the Qigong?
Yeah.
A lot of Qigong?
Okay. Actually, Qigong, I didn't have to do a lot, but I also worked inwardly. So with very simple exercises, I managed to get the pain down to a, let's say, reasonable level. And I could then calmly work within myself, because, you know, I got stressed out, like, oh, why is it happening? What's going on? Why isn't it going away? And it happens to a lot of people. I realize that when they have had some kind of illness or problem in their lives, they are stuck in it. Yeah, their mind is going like that. Oh, nothing helps, blah, 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 and like that. And you have to get out of that mood completely and let loose, so that you think can come in, because here we work with energies. It's not me healing anybody, but that's the nature of our body, that the good energy comes in and, let's say, bad or stale energy goes out. And the important thing is just this energy flow, to flow freely. Okay, I'm going to have this course. I suggest you come on the course. Okay, Mary. Danya?
Thank you so much. I feel so much better, really. But I have a question as well. I have this cough. Can any of these exercises help with getting rid of this cough? I know I've been, like you said about the back pain, I've been struggling with this for the past 2 months. It's not constant, it's just sporadically throughout the day. But I'm just wondering if there are.
I did an evening session like this on respiratory issues. You will find that on my YouTube channel.
Okay, I'll join there and see.
I definitely suggest that one. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
And meanwhile, Elsa said, I stand straighter after this exercise and I feel all the different parts of my spine. Well done. I feel awake and calm at the end of the day. I feel the flow. Thank you. Wow, great. Yes. Very quick results and really good results. That's why I love doing Qigong. Yeah. I've been doing it for quite a long time now, since 2002. And going back to Mary, see, this happened already when I was teaching Qigong, when it happened, the lower back pain, because life happens to us, yeah? And our body is the signal, hey, you're doing something wrong, you have to change. Actually, our body signals with illnesses, with problems, all the time to us, and we just have to listen to it and find the cause. So Qigong helps you clean the blockages, remove all those stale energies, and Qigong even has effect on your emotions and thoughts as well. It calms you down completely on all levels and cleanses everything out. But it's me who has to let go of things. Like, for example, if I'm angry with someone and I say, I'm not going to forgive XYZ for what they did. Yeah, you can do that. You can choose that, but then you ruin your own body. And even if you do Qigong, but you still keep that hatred, that anger within yourself, you are ruining your body. And not that quick as without Qigong, but still, it's like a scale, you know? In which part do you put more things? What do you choose? All right. Okay. Cool. Thank you all so much for being here, and see you next time. Sign up for the 4-week course and see you there as well. It's going to be on Facebook, in a Facebook group, closed Facebook group, so that everybody is safe.
Thank you. This was wonderful. It's just what I needed. I feel like you were speaking directly to me.
Yes.
To
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
This
guys.
is great. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Bye.